Hey everybody, we're going to get going here in just a second, just sharing out a couple links. Alright, hey everybody, Mike Lowe here, and we are live streaming some PGA Tour 2K23. Going to be answering questions, taking requests, and probably just going through gameplay, and just kind of, really building up my character here, because even with the pre-orders and whatnot, that 2K was so generous to send me, still need to really get my guy going there and make a little money to update some of the clubs and stuff that I'm using, because a lot of it's still pretty unspectacular. But yeah, thanks for checking out the stream. And again, whether you're live or checking out an archive, I'm happy to answer questions about the game. I've been playing it a lot this weekend, and yeah, I really like it so far. Again, I think it's good when I say this, but it feels a lot like 2K21, but I don't think that's bad. It plays well, but there's also, especially now that I've played it for a few days, like it's very noticeable, where maybe it wasn't so noticeable before, but just kind of the ball flight and some of the new swing mechanics and whatnot that are just really subtly have been upgraded in the game. And yeah, I really like it. So anyway, I figured we just kind of jump in and just do some, I don't know, just gonna play some rounds and just show you. I have a lot of the, just to put it out there, and we can adjust all this if it's driving you crazy, but I have a ton of the visuals turned off now. I did release some videos this morning. If you want to see just more kind of like the general overview of the game, or even just kind of a deeper dive into my career, those videos are up on my channel. But this one here, I've gone through and I've adjusted the a lot of the settings for like just having the visuals off and kind of the difficulty to be really as manual as it can be. And so that's just something I like. I've gotten really used to. I find a lot of kind of clutter on the screen. Not that it looks bad. I shouldn't even call it clutter. Just when there's a lot of things kind of happening on the screen, it distracts me a little bit. And I like to kind of get into the rhythm of the golf swing itself. So, by the way, if there's a course you want me to play here, right now we're just looking at the real life courses. But actually, we could also go to the 2K official, because that will have the real courses and also some of the fictional ones. If there's one here that you wanted to see. Because I'm not sure if these are all, I think some of these are new, but I don't think all of them are necessarily new. I didn't play a ton of the 2K courses. I usually just played whatever my society would put together, which was a lot of the community created ones. So, but yeah, just flipping through here, just taking a look. So again, if you want me to play one of these, let me know. This one looks cool. Tahitian Escape. That one sounds cool. And then we get into the real life ones. I want to play one of the fictional ones, though, unless anyone else throws it out there. Let's do the Sky Peaks Resort. This looks cool. Full course sounds good. Yeah, let's go.
Hey there, friend. My name is John McCarthy, and I want to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K23. We are standing on the tee of the first hole, par 5 on this course. Let's get into this.
So again, a lot of visuals off there. You're not even going to see the actual swing meter. You, of course, can have that on. It comes default with it on, and I am using the right analog stick, but I just like to have that stuff off. Just kind of helps me swing. And this is pro difficulty, which is the default online difficulty. There are 2 difficulties above that. Hey, Midi Madness asks a really good question. Hey there, do you think the Tiger version is worth the extra money? I think maybe parts of it, and I'll just as honest as I can. I'm not affiliated with 2K at all. They did send me that copy, the Tiger one, I think, and it comes with a lot of stuff. But like I still feel a little bit like woefully underdeveloped with my player. Like I mean, I had some money to spend. I got a new shirt. You know, they gave me my Tiger Woods hat and then the Nike shoes. You can see there. I got the Nike pants. They gave me a Tiger Woods shirt. But like the thing is, like the stuff they give you, it's nice, but like you look exactly like Tiger Woods. Like it's like his outfit. So I just wasn't like a huge fan of that. But again, I was able to, just like you did in the previous games, you can get money pretty quickly. And you can start buying some other stuff. So to me, like for gear, no, I did, but I'm not into that sort of stuff. Like I don't care about like if my guy's swinging with a hockey stick and things like that, which by the way, it did come with a hockey stick. What I do care about is getting the game early though. And so that could be worth it. But if you're, you know, if you got a busy week at work or something, I mean, to me, maybe just wait it out a little bit. Might not be the worst thing. So kind of a tough approach here. Let's see. 4-iron's going to roll, but it's uphill. It's not really going to get there, but we'd be safely on the fairway here. So, yeah, I'm just going to kind of go for the fairway. And if it clips the green, fantastic.
Yeah, this one's going to get rough.
And I'll keep talking about that MIDI a little bit.
And there you go. Ended up.
Yeah, MIDI says again, I guess also the extra cost is also for the 3-day early access, kind of like paying $10. Yeah, you're right. So it's kind of like going back to the old like Blockbuster video rental days. I love getting a game early just because I do a lot of like sliders and things like that for various sports games. And so that kind of gives me just a head start on that stuff because it's, you know, not the most exciting work. Chipping, I've noticed, is a lot harder, which is good. It's not unrealistically harder. I shouldn't even say it's harder. It's just it's different. I mean, I could chip in not all the time from this distance, but like, you know, I was chipping in very consistently in last year's game, or 2 years ago, I should say. That's too hard, way too hard. But even just like the flight path on chips is a lot more vertical than it is like horizontal.
11-footer.
Yeah, good question. So Amity again says, happy you're playing with the swing stick. I don't think I'll be using the 3-clock system or the 3-click system. Yeah, exactly. So I tested it out because I wanted to be thorough, and that's on one of the videos I put out earlier. It's not, so my first thought, like I've been playing the PGA game since it was EA Sports, like PGA Tour 92, I think was the first one I remember playing, like when I was in, I don't know, elementary school probably. And they had a 3-click system there, and it was just as it sounded. Like you clicked for power, and then you selected the power, and then you just had to hit that distance. It was really easy, and I was a little bit worried that it was going to be like that here, but it's totally not. It's much more intuitive than that. So it's not terrible. And like what I'm kind of deciding is like the society that I run, do I want to let people use the 3-click, or are we going to stick with what we had before? And it just kind of undecided at this point. You know, certainly we just want to have people come in and have fun. So it's like, if people want to use it, and as long as the scores aren't getting ridiculously unbalanced, like I don't know. I mean, people get really good with the swing stick, right?
Here we go. Par 4 in front of us.
But yeah, good question. All right, so let's see. Downhill here. Just gonna get some nice roll. We're gonna put a little English here on the ball. Oops.
Hopefully this sticks to the fairway.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, you're good, matey. I'm streaming for everybody else, so I mean, I was playing this a lot this weekend, so if it's oh yeah, thanks for the subscribe, super appreciate that. But yeah, just answering questions for everybody. Well, our 4-iron's going to come nowhere near this, so what kind of danger are we talking here? I think we're better to hit our 4-iron just over this way. Just kind of put it out there, try to salvage par. Oof, yeah, I swung that way too slow. That's dangerous.
Whoops, there goes the... Yeah, that's the water.
All right, so much for playing it safe.
15 yards to the pin.
Hit shots feel pretty good.
Not the greatest contact on that one.
Ooh.
Yeesh.
Oh, look at that bounce. We'll take it. Call that even.
Okay, here's your 5th shot.
I hate these irons that I have. I can't wait to buy new irons. Oops. Yeah, still kind of working out the pitch shots, which are different, especially, you know, you're using different clubs than you're probably used to using last time. And again, you have balls that you get to select now too, and they have different different attributes. So your ball is going to roll differently. It's going to have you know, just kind of different spin on it and things like that. Different carry.
With the chip. Here comes a 3-footer.
Oops.
And that will go. And that'll leave you at 3 over for the day. And teeing off now in a long par 4.
This is gonna definitely roll downhill. Let's see if we can just kind of don't want to swing hard here. There we go. That should work out nice. I hope.
We're heading to the fairway with this one.
Like your shot shaping, it doesn't seem as exaggerated as in last year's game. Yeah, like that's off the fairway. I mean, that would have easily, you know, kind of had a fade onto the center of that fairway in 2K21. So I kind of like that you can't just do all this ridiculous stuff. Maybe you can later as you start to improve your badges and so on. Because again, this game has badging now, so a little bit different. 7-iron's gonna roll. I'm actually just gonna hit this and just kind of let it roll towards the hill, or the hole, I should say. Oof, that's not a good swing.
This one's heading left.
Hit that rock. Do it.
Wow, oh. And this one's your 4th.
So again, we're using. I'm gonna repeat it a lot here, but using swing stick just with the visuals turned off. Just my preference. I don't think it's like NBA 2K where like it gives you like a boost or anything, but I do think it gives me a boost. I just feel more comfortable. Chips roll a lot this year, so kind of let that run. Not too bad. I actually really prefer to have wedges that are like really short with their distance. Like I love taking that little, 16-foot chip.
Oh my.
Yeah, thanks, Mitty. Glad you're here.
All right, let's drop this for double.
Cool name, by the way. Going back to the old MIDI file days.
And that putt will go.
Are MIDIs like still a thing?
5 over par currently. Best of luck here on this par 5.
Like MIDI files is how they used to make like music for like Nintendo Entertainment System, like the original. That was the format, at least.
I think it'll land in the fairway. Could head into the rough though.
This is a pretty course.
Setting up in.
I don't think I want to hit my 4-iron out of this. I don't trust that it's going to get the elevation here. So let's just kind of put something out there. That's really narrow right there, though. Because we're actually going to make pretty good contact with this. I think this should be pretty good.
got a lot done there. You got distance, you got out of the sand, you got a nice lie.
Yeah, Mitty, I just saw your last question there. Is there a decent amount of improvements? Yeah, I mean, yes is the short answer. Let me get through this shot here, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So we're gonna do a pitch here. It's gonna roll out. Yeah, the pitching's weird. Like sometimes I overhit it, sometimes I underhit it. Yeah, so maybe there's a lot of improvements, and some of them are very like under the hood feeling. Again, like pitch shots feel different, chip shots feel real different. I mentioned on a video I made yesterday, and I'm just going to start hacking here. I noticed that like the swinging just feels more realistic. Like it feels like I'm swinging a golf club, even though I'm still using a PS5 controller. It just feels more like you're golfing. And that was even when I had the visuals on for the sake of the videos. Yeah, so that's, I mean, again, just kind of talking gameplay. That's one thing. And I know there's been a lot of people saying like, oh, you know, it looks exactly the same, the graphics. And yeah, like I think there's an argument there, but also like, I don't know, it's not like it ever looked bad. And where I've noticed it is like when you're in the shop and you're like looking at apparel and stuff, like I was just staring at like this gray polo because it looked so real. It was just crazy. Like the fabric looked amazing. So, and then of course there's updates to my career. There's some setting updates, like just different visuals and things that you can do, as far as like what you're seeing on screen and things like that. So they just streamlined a lot of different things. Online societies I saw have a few other options that just kind of make it a little bit, easier to navigate and things like that.
Well, not your best contact.
I need to start paying attention here. I'm just hacking like I'm at Topgolf. Topgolf, by the way, right? New feature. A little bit limited. Like they just have one. You can only play Las Vegas, which I don't think people care too much about that.
Here's our second
but you can also only play like the default game, which is a bit of a bummer. Like I thought they would have at least a few games, and I think they'll probably like patch those in. Yeah, chips have a lot of roll, and again, some of that's going to be just the ball I'm using. I'm using a default ball. You have to actually use a sleeve of balls now. So, and they cost currency, and it's not like if you hit a ball out of bounds, you lose a ball. Like when you buy a sleeve, you get 3 balls, and it will then like each round you have to use a ball. And so after this round, if I had used one of my sleeved balls, it would be gone, right? Like I wouldn't have it anymore. So it's going to roll quite a bit.
It's getting there.
Admittedly, I took that putt with my coffee mug in my hand, so it wasn't great. It was a one-handed putt. Still working on my smoothie and my coffee this morning, so. This is definitely feeling more like real life golf for me right now as I'm getting used to this game. I wish I could improve this quickly though in real life. And yeah, of course, yeah, next gen graphics for sure. But yeah, that's yeah, like I said, I mean the graphics to me, like, you know, I'm just looking here like that mountain. I mean, everything looked good in 2K21 to me though. Like there was never a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm done playing this game because of the graphics. Like it was fine. And to me, I can still appreciate a game that just has a really nice clean design. Like when we back out of here and we look at the menus and stuff, it's really nice and clean. It's streamlined. It makes sense. Like you load up a game like Madden or something and it's just like, just gets so lost in like the menus. Like they're so sloppy looking and they're not user friendly. They don't navigate well. And I mean, they're just ugly. Like, especially like Madden 22 is just such an ugly interface. It was just absolutely stupid looking. So I appreciate that they kept this game clean, and I think that's smart with, you know, I think a golf audience, I guess, maybe is expecting a little bit more, less pizzazz kind of thing and just want more functionality. But again, very, very generalization there. But Yeah, so MIDI, you might have posted a link. I think it blocked you because I can see you're talking about MIDI programming and stuff. That's super cool. Wow, you've been doing that for 30 years. That's awesome. Yeah, super cool. I used to do some music recording as well. Long time ago. Haven't really done that, but yeah. Oh yeah, and same thing. I'm much more about, give me solid. I would absolutely sacrifice some graphics for better gameplay every day. I mean, I'm going to be streaming soon. Access Football. I didn't buy Madden this year. I didn't buy MLB The Show this year. And I don't know. They're just not really doing it for me anymore, and especially Madden. And it sucks because I love football, but I'm going to be playing once it comes out on PS5, Maximum Football. Or I'm sorry, not Maximum Football, Access Football. And that's a up and coming game. It's really, really neat. And again, is it the most beautiful football game you're ever going to see? No, and they would admit to that. Like, it's not Madden. They don't have the kind of studio to do that. But anyway, really curious to see other gameplay is. I'm also really big about like franchise or like career mode. So more like career mode here and with golf. But in this game, I mean, really, the Online Societies is awesome because in a way, it's a better career mode in my opinion.
Ooh, you hooked this one.
And I would say, I'm trying to think if pro difficulty feels more difficult than like the online default. I would probably say, I don't know, that's weird. Like, it depends on the shot. There's some shots where I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely harder. And then there's other shots where I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. And a lot of it's probably just, I'm just not used to it. Like, I'm still getting used to, I'm fast on a lot of shots. I'm hitting into water a lot and things like that. So still getting, not even so much the timing, but just kind of like that judgment of like, I'm in the rough, I should take this much. Like, those seem to have been adjusted. Putting feels very, very similar. Tank's good. So I'm really trying to like just dial in these distances here in these practice rounds.
21 feet to the cup.
But yeah, it's fun, man. It's a fun game. And I just, again, the society stuff's just so fun. I really, really like it. Yeah, I mean, I love MLB. I mean, I loved it for years. And it's not like I took a stance or anything. I just haven't really enjoyed it as much. Like, I've been playing out of the park baseball more. MVP 2005, I think, is what you meant, not 2015. But yeah, that's an awesome game. God, I haven't played that in so long.
Okay.
That was probably like my last year in college when I was playing that game. Something like that. Oh, I love that game. But I mean, truthfully, I still think MLB The Show is better than MVP 05. Now, again, if you give me the MVP 05 version today, that game very well could be better. It maybe if EA Sports wasn't developing it, and it wasn't microtransaction to death and that kind of thing. But I don't know. That's a whole other conversation. So this is going to get some roll. It's not going to get a ton of wind. I'm going to put a little bit more on this. I'm like trying to like bring my swing back to the right here because I'm hooking everything. Seb Max has I think a really important question. They say, am I correct in saying the clubs and shafts and balls, just all visual cosmetics, and the attributes actually affect your player? So it's kind of one and the same. So like, do the clubs, shafts, and grips, by the way, and balls and fittings is something that's in the game now. So you can actually get your clubs fitted. Those do have an impact. And I guess, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't, I mean, of course, this isn't a real person you're looking at. It's just a avatar. But it does impact the way that you play. So whether it impacts, quote unquote, your character or it impacts the clubs, it's impacting your gameplay, right? And so, yes, all of those things do, but not all. Like right now, I'm using just a default ball because, as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, and you may have not been here for that, but you have to use ball sleeves, or you don't have to, but if you want to get some bonuses like on your ball flight or like the bounce of your ball, you have to use one of the ball sleeves that come with 3 balls, and then you use 1 ball per round. So even if you hit out of bounds like 50 times like I have, you're going to still only use 1 ball for that round. But if you don't want to, like right now, I don't want to waste my ball sleeves because they cost money. I don't want to waste them on this little practice round. So I'm just using a default ball. So you have like you can change the physical look of your ball. Like you can make it a range ball. You can make it a red, white, and blue ball, whatever you want to do. That doesn't matter. That's just the aesthetic look of the ball. But then you can apply those attributes. So like you and I could use the same ball sleeve that say gives you like plus 60 on ball flight or something like that. But I might have like a neon green range ball, and you might have a soccer looking ball or something like that. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, this year, certainly more than 2K21, that has a much bigger impact on your game as the gear that you select. Before it was just kind of like the clubs, and like I don't think shafts and none of that, all that stuff was just cosmetic. The other really big change, to kind of go back to Mitty's question earlier, really the biggest changes are in your My Player, just in the development of it. So there's a whole badging system. So again, kind of similar to like when you build your My Career or your My Player in like say NBA 2K or other sport games. And then there's also archetypes. And so like right now, My Player is like he specializes in like kind of just, you wouldn't know it today, but just kind of like staying consistent with his shot. But I sacrifice some distance in that archetype. So I kind of joke and call it like the old man swing. Is kind of what I'm working with here. Just like, I'd rather just be, hit it straight. If it doesn't go an extra 20 yards, I'm okay with it. Because right there, that's a fast swing. But that's still usable, right? Whereas if I had what's called like, say, the powerhouse archetype, where it's like you just drive the hell out of the ball, but you lose a lot of quality, I guarantee you that ball is going to be like, I don't know, probably in these weeds over here or something, right? So it went further, but it's like it's not gonna be as good of a shot. Blake, I would guess because it says it comes out today, so I don't know. I was looking at that earlier because I figured some people would want to know like kind of when does a game release. If you look on the PlayStation Store, it says it releases today, and that to me is usually like, wouldn't it have been like midnight technically, like Sunday evening, depending where you're at. So I don't know. I don't know if that means like noon today or if it means like, I'm on the West Coast in California. And so to me, that usually means the games are released at 9 p.m. So yeah, maybe midnight Eastern. Yeah, I don't exactly know. And I think that's just for pre-orders, by the way. I think is it Friday for regular? These pitch shots are tough. They're not tough. I'm just getting the distance down. And what's funny is I'm going to get the distance down with these crummy clubs that I don't like. And then I have to like reset everything. Oh, I'm probably going to go somewhere out here. That was an awful putt. All right, I'm going to do one-handed here with the smoothie. Let's see if we can
Okay, here's a 4-foot putt
get this done.
So far, so good.
Look at that.
That one drops.
That's a smoothie putt right there. That's a left-handed putt with the smoothie in my right hand. I'm proud of that putt. So I've seen this happening a little bit. And so the good and bad news is it's disconnected me. It's kind of kicked me out. The good news is this game, probably better than any game I've ever played, does an amazing job of like keeping your progress. So I just have to reconnect, and it's going to actually show me. So if you're curious what comes with the Tigerwood pre-order, it's going to tell you here, because every time I reconnect today, because I think they're still setting up all the systems. Watch this. As I hit confirm, it's going to go through all of the stuff that I unlocked. So you'll be able to see, at least in text, that what we've done. So there's the Michael Jordan bonus pack, which is like gym shorts and like a Jordan shirt or something. I forget. Golden club pack, which is like a super ugly driver and putter. That's like literally gold. So again, like these are the unlocked things. Like, is it worth it was a question that came up earlier, and like, not for me because I won't use any of this stuff, but I do love having the game early. Let's see. Your one-time bonus has been added here. Okay, so yeah, so you get some bonus cast. That's useful. I should say. Gosh, I can't talk today. Tiger Woods Edition bonus pack. So yeah, the Tiger stuff I've used. Like I have the Nike pants, which are nice. Nike cleats, golf shoes, whatever they call them. Signature Sunday. So again, that's like the red shirt and stuff like that. So there's a ton of stuff that it unlocked, but yeah, I mean, really, just getting the game early is kind of the only thing I would care about personally, because in just a few weeks I'll have kind of the gear I want and things like that. But so again, they do a really good job. You can just hit resume when it kicks you out like that, and it just puts you right back in. And yeah, I see some people saying that it looks like it releases on the 11th, and maybe that's what it is, because for me it's technically the 10th, right? Because it'll release at 9 p.m. Here in California Pacific time. So let's see. Yeah, whatever. Let's just hit the 3-wood. All right. Well, I'm correcting the swing decently there. That'll be a good shot. Definitely take that.
That was a good one. Here's a look for birdie.
So right there, you can see the graphics. I think that's a nice look there at some of the graphical improvements. So we're 17 feet.
Could have used a bit more.
And there's a ton of questions I need to get to in the chat. Give me a second. I'll check after this hole. And again, that's if you have questions and whatnot, I'll take a little coffee break here too and just read through the questions. Let me see.
Here we go on the 11th.
Sebmax asked, so if I get a Pro V1 compared to a range ball, it doesn't affect it. The ball sleeves do, however. Yeah, exactly. As far as I know, yeah, like I don't think the range balls, because like who the hell would ever use a range ball? You know, you just use them to be funny, right? So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Yes, MVP 05 was a great baseball game. I need to play. I haven't played that in so long. That'd be super cool to break out. Let's see. Same as using TaylorMade over a Callaway club. No, so the clubs are kind of like how it was in 2K21. They do have different characteristics and attributes, but like you can apply different fittings to them. So like you'll unlock fittings, and like the best way to like, it's hard to, because I don't know what games you guys have all played, but like NHL would have some of this in like their like HUT system, where like you could apply like perks to a player, where like you could give them like +3 acceleration. You could put it like on any player. So it's kind of like that with the clubs. Is like you can get a fitting badge. I don't want to call it badge. It's like this little thing that you get, because I'm going to confuse you with the actual badging in the game. But you unlock this like perk that is a fitting, and so you can then apply it. It costs money, but you could apply it to, say, if you get like an iron perk, you could apply it to either like one iron or all of your irons, but each iron would cost like whatever 90 or your 90 currency or 30 currency. And so you can apply those. So let's just say the Callaway has like 70 ball flight, and then that TaylorMade has like 65. That's kind of the base. But then I could apply, say, like a ball flight, perk or whatever, or a fitting to that, and it would give +5. But it's going to make the TaylorMade now 70, and it would make the Callaway 75, right? If that makes sense. So it's just kind of like boosting it. The ball sleeves. Yeah, they can be a little pricey. I was kind of surprised. Like, I think they were like, I mean, I know some of the nicer ones were like 300 currency or something like that. So they're kind of like the cost of a shirt. So they're not cheap, but again, you don't have to use them. I'm not using one here, and I'm +10, so your mileage may vary. Yeah, and I bought a driver right away because I like to use my sim driver. Let's see, just looking through some other. All right, I've made people officially spend money. But I mean, this is like a no-brainer buy, because like if you play your golf game here, like this game, I mean, they don't release this every year, so it's kind of like you're paying $30 for it. Is how, or 35, I guess. Like, and I mean, just get the standard. You're going to have this game for like 2 years. Like, what's 3 more days of waiting? I mean, it's not that big a deal, I guess. If it were me, and I'm just being as honest as I can, I never buy like the advanced versions of a title. I always just buy the standard one. I never regret it. Yeah, it kind of sucks to sit around for 3 days seeing games needing work. But a lot of those games, you end up just being like a beta tester for the company anyway, because like, especially like an EA Sports game where you're just like, man, it's broken, this isn't working. And it's like, you just check the Operation Sports forum and you're like, oh, well, I'm glad I didn't double my money and spend it on that. This game, I will say, is playing really, really well. Like, the only issue I've seen is what we just saw, where it kind of kicks you out to the main menu, but it's not game breaking at all because it just loads you right back into where you were. So it's just kind of a connection issue, and I'm assuming they're going to get those things sorted out. Let's see. And yeah, that's cool. I mean, I just saw you got the Tiger Wood edition. That's fine. And sorry if you guys hear me like gulping down this smoothie here. My microphone's like crazy sensitive. Yeah, Brad. So Brad says, so tonight at midnight, if you buy the expensive one, you can play, not today. I think so. Like, I think that's if you're going off of like East Coast time here in the U.S., because I know for me in California, it's always 9. I can always unlock those games at 9 p.m. So it just kind of depends where you're at. But yeah, that's the general idea. You'd get it a few days early. So, you know, it's up to you. I think, to me, I would buy it early if I'm like really, really like, I need that cash right away. I need to get my character going. And it was nice. Like, I probably didn't notice it because like I right away from day one, I had my sim driver. I have a new shirt. You know, I mean, it was nice to have like the Nike cleats from the Tiger Woods, and I still have the hat and, you know, things like that. The pants you see are from the Tiger Woods collection. So it's definitely better than like just, you know, kind of looking like a scrub golfer. And it's funny. I mean, I always joke with my wife. I'm like, isn't it funny how we guys don't play with dolls and stuff. We play with action figures when we were kids. But here I am, grown man, and it's like, I got to dress up my golfer. I got to get him a new shirt. And it's hilarious. But like, I do it too. It's fun. And I'm just more curious, like, psychologically, why is it fun? Why do I like dressing up this golfer? It doesn't really matter. It has no impact on my gameplay. But darn it, he's got to look good. I wanted to take a little bit off that. See, I just swung that 94. It's hard when you don't do 100% swing, right? It's really hard to come through straight. But that's how it is in real life, and that's why I like the settings I'm using. Because like, if you've ever tried to do that, like, all right, I'm gonna take a little bit off here. Like, it impacts your swing. It's tough. So this is a chip. Oh, getting a little better.
And this will be your par putt here.
What's fun right now is like, because I'm still learning the game, every hole feels like a challenge. Like, it feels like I'm out really golfing. Like, I'm not a great golfer. You know, I break 100 and I'm pretty excited. So, but getting better. 3 out of my last 4 rounds, I broke 100. I'm pretty excited about that. And I've been taking some lessons and things like that. And, but like, it's fun. Like, so golf, for me, a lot of you are going to be way better golfers than me, but like, for me, I'm at the point now where golf has become fun. I don't go there and like dread it half the time. Or just, you know, have like crazy anxiety because I'm going to like just be awful and like just have a miserable time. It's fun now. Play a lot more confidently. But like, that's what this feels like right now. Like, kind of on like day 2 or 3 of me playing this game is, yeah, like just out there having fun, but it's also like I have shots where I'm like, oh God, what am I doing? You know? So again, it's just like real life. Have a really nice couple holes, and all of a sudden you just have this blow up hole. You just want to cry.
Just
bummer.
Okay, let's go. This one is for par.
Comment here says, I remember in 2K21 there was a delay when they posted your statistics. Like, a substantial delay could have taken up to 1 day for your statistics to take effect. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen a delay that bad. I know the one that always drove me crazy was like the leaderboard. Like, I'd be playing in a society and I'd be like at, you know, yeah, like I could be like this, like plus 10, right? Oh, that's a terrible putt. And then like the leaders are like minus 46, minus 46, minus 45. And then it would have me shown as like being in 3rd place. And it just drove me crazy. Like, I want to see where I'm at, but like, show me if I'm like 95th, then just show me. I just want to see who's around me. That has been fixed. I don't know if it shows you your standing, but from what I read, at least, because I haven't played in an online society yet, they have fixed that, where like that weird leaderboard stuff apparently got fixed. I can't believe that existed for so long. in the game. Is this our flag here, right? You guys ever done that on the golf course where you're like looking over here, like, wait, I thought the flag was up here. Look at this fairway. What in the world? That is wild. I wonder if they... That's not green, right? Did they ever put the pin right there? Oh my gosh, they actually might. That's nuts. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess we're going to do a driver and just try to take some of it off and like just hook it in. Just, right? That's the key word here. Oh, man.
That's an oopsie.
Oh, I thought I was going to get lucky with the bounce. But that's all right. We get to try this shot again. That's a fun shot. Oh, darn it. I thought it was going to let me re-tee. Where's my mulligan? Can I take a mulligan? Do they have mulligans in this game? I've never even tried to take one. Oh, man, that'd be cool. They need to turn on mulligans. Because, like, if you're playing with a buddy who doesn't play this a lot or something, like, come on, give him a mulligan. That's a nice straight shot.
Okay, this will save you par.
Oh, ball's gonna roll, I guess, a little bit.
This one's on a good line.
Ooh, too short.
Oh. Little tap in for us here, not bad.
I mean, guys, the game's harder. Like, I'm plus 11. I played on the default. Again, this is default difficulty for online. This is pro. And, like, I don't shoot plus 11 in this game very often. And this course is it's a little tricky, but I mean, a lot of this is just me taking bad shots and whatnot. So yeah, I think if they can add, get through. If they can add to the difficulty of this game without making it feel like artificially difficult, I think that's a great thing. And that's kind of what it feels like. And there's going to be people who still cheat or whatever they do here to get those ridiculous scores, but I mean, whatever. So I recommend getting into a good society. We have one, by the way, simsportsgaming.com. We always run a society, have a weekly tournament. Pretty fun. It's already set up. You can already join it. We don't have any tournaments scheduled just yet, but
worry about it.
caddies, that's new. They don't do anything, but it is cool. It actually has your clubs there.
Setting up for our
Yeah, Mitty, do it. It's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. And there's like so many different things you can do because you can use like handicap scoring. You can have like an alternate tournament. Because like we have a couple guys in our society who are super good and they don't cheat or anything. They're just really good. Like they win all the time. But I beat them once. I know I won at least one or two tournaments in the last calendar year here. And so you always have that chance. And there's also like alternate. So like you can have tournaments where like you can only qualify for it if you've won a tournament in your society. So there's a lot of cool stuff we do there. And it's a private society, but you can send a request or just message me on Twitter or something and I can get you in there. Yeah, it's fun. Mike Lowe 47, by the way, is the Twitter handle. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Let's just hack it. Probably straight into a tree. Yep.
Get out of there.
It's gonna be a pretty bad lie. Oh, almost out of there.
Something went wrong there.
Oh my gosh.
Setting up here on the first cut.
Where are we going here? Yeah, I mean...
And I think this is in the rough. Setting up now for our third shot.
The first good swing I've had all day.
getting there.
All right, finally a good hole.
Okay, 10 over for your round. All right, stepping up to a par 4 here. Well, this should be in the fairway.
Yes, yeah, the punch shot is back. Yeah, so that is a big bonus of that being back. Yeah, I love the punch shot, especially hitting into those trees and whatnot. Just want to get out of trouble. I am actually going to hit the 9-iron, but we're going to a little loft to it here.
All right, we'll take that.
I also have the
From here.
so the badges I have. I have a level 3 putting badge, which is like the, well, I should say there's, I forget how many on the badge, and I'll show you guys after this round. But there's like, I think maybe like 8 badges for each like club you'd use. So like woods versus irons versus putter and so on. I have the first putting badge maxed out now. It's level 3, but you have to activate it. And I'll show you kind of what that means. Like right now it's not activated because I have to miss, like it activates like when you're like struggling with something, and then like the higher you have that badge, level 3 is the highest, the longer you have it. Like it won't go away as quickly. And I'll show you guys here after this round, but and then you will earn, I mean, pretty much almost close to like 1 per round. I've been adding like one of those little badge update points, right? I think they're just called badge points or something. Yeah, so it's pretty neat. I almost worry like maybe it's a little too easy to build your character up, but I don't like taking pitch shots. Does anybody else like this? I don't like taking pitch shots off the tee. Like it seriously, and I was talking earlier when I have all the visuals off because I just like to have like a good feel for the swing. Like this is what I'm talking about. That's probably a little too much. All right, this is going to go in the hole. We're going to do it. Hole in one right here. Darn it. Not bad, though. I'll take it.
And here's our second shot on the 17th.
You can't pick your player's weight anymore. So, like, we're all going to have the exact same build. I found that interesting. Like, they literally took that out, right? Because couldn't you pick your weight before? Ooh.
Nice tempo on that chip. Just nice and easy. Well done.
I also think they should, like, let you set an age to kind of, like, give you, like, kind of help you with, like, the face creation. Because, like, obviously, like, an 18-year-old's face is just going to have a different look than, like, a 68-year-old's face, right?
And this hole is a long par 4 hole.
All right, let's see. I think the driver's going to be just fine here.
Drive's looking good. This one's around 135 yards out. I think this one's found the dance floor.
All right, it's a good way to end the round.
Nice work.
Probably our best approach shot today.
With some good golf. Setting up here with a 4-foot putt.
I'll show you some of the gear they have on sale here the first day too.
This one's tracking.
Because they have little like daily events. I've mentioned it on some other videos, but like if you've played like the Formula 1 games at all by Codemasters, and now EA Sports, unfortunately, they did a lot of that with like the daily, and a lot of games do it, right? They have like the daily, like you can buy like packages, or you can buy like different shirts and things like that.
Hopefully we'll see you again around here real soon then.
Well, I played poorly, shot an 80. That'll be the day. I'll be so pumped in real life if I can never do that. Be like, oh, played kind of like crap. I only shot 80. Difficulty easy. That was, I guess it wasn't terribly hard, but I'm surprised they can consider that easy. I don't know where that comes from. Like if it's just in the course creation algorithm, where it just kind of determines like the number of hazards and like the length and that kind of thing. I'm guessing that's kind of where a course gets labeled its difficulty. I don't know for sure. So here's what I unlocked. I unlocked a ball sleeve, so there you can see. So again, I could apply this ball sleeve to a range ball. Again, the visuals don't matter on the balls as far as I know. I can apply this to any ball I want. And I could play 3 rounds now with this Redline EV2 Epic pack. And Epic, I believe, are the best ones you can get. So that was a nice unlock there for sure. And you can see this ball kind of specializes in spin. You sacrifice some bounce, you sacrifice some roll. And then I got 250 currency there. And so let me kind of go back and I'll show you like what my dude's up to here, like how he's built and whatnot. Because it looks like we do have some more upgrades, so so we can go in here. And as I mentioned before, I have 3 skill badges here that I've used. And so in the upper right, you can see I got 2 more points. I've spent 3. Right, so you can see 3 and see how like there's a circle in green and each of those is like a third of a circle. That's exactly what you do. So like level 1 would fill that top right green part and the bottom part for 2 and so on. So I've used all 3 here to try and kind of increase my putting. And there's what they call, I forget what they actually call these, but in the green box there it says Zen Garden, receive a putt path boost on the green. I think you get that regardless. I don't think it's like anything massive. But then like you get these like escalators here that are level 1, 2, 3, and where we are, and they're not escalators, I guess I should say. This is how it activates and deactivates. So maybe I will retract what I just said. I guess I don't always have Zen Garden until it's activated. And the way I activate it is if I miss 2 really short putts, the game kind of says, okay, you're having some trouble here. Boom, we'll help you out. So it can at least kind of avoid those rounds of like, oh my God, what am I doing with my putting? Or around where the greens are really, really slopey and things like that. And so that's pretty cool. I also like that you can actually reset these. You can spend 500 euro and reset all your points, and I think you get them all back. And so you could like totally adjust this, and as you start accumulating more money, when you're kind of have your player set how you want, you could do this every single week based on the actual tournament you're playing in. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, I have 2 more to unlock. Let's see. I'm trying to think what I've been struggling with. I mean, everything. I mean, approach shots, I'd really like to improve my approach shots. So that's hitting out of the rough. Kind of helps Bailey out there. Out of the rough. And see, like, I don't think, yeah, like, I can't jump to this. Like, you have to go in order. See how there's an X underneath that? I can't go to, like, well, I want this badge here. What's interesting is I can't even go... So I can hit X on this. What is this? No, it doesn't do anything. But I can't even go to the next putter one. So, like, you must have to get your My Player to, like, a certain level. It says I'm level 5. Oh, yeah, right there, right? So at the top, I have to be a level 5... Which I am. I don't know. Maybe I need to be above that. Anyway, maybe once I spend these, it'll consider me a level 5. But let's see. These are all like out of trouble. And like, I don't know. I'd rather improve my player when he's not in trouble, but... I mean, heavy rough, never gonna hit woods out of a heavy rough. I don't even have hybrids. So, and again, that's a strategy, right? I've taken hybrids out of my bag And I didn't do it for this reason. That's how my bag is in real life. I have a 4-iron. I don't use any hybrids. Like, this is actually a strategy here, is that you can kind of save yourself some badging by like not having both hybrids or just getting rid of hybrids, right? So, I mean, however you want to do it. Like, obviously you're gonna need to have some irons and you're gonna have some woods probably, but I've just completely bypassed hybrids. So it's kind of allowed me to get out of that a little bit. So just checking the chat really quick. Again, if you have questions, requests, anything like that, let me know. We did just play a full round. If you want to skip back in the video to see gameplay, we'll get back to gameplay too, but for now, just kind of exploring some other stuff. All right, so like, I'm either gonna go irons out of the heavy rough. I mean, let's be honest, we all get into the rough here, so it's useful. Or activation, so the swing path, but let's see. So you missed 3 fairways. I could get up to level 2 with this. Miss 3 fairways. I don't really have I think I'm going to go irons. I think I'd rather get out of trouble here. Score bogey or worse 2 times. But again, like in online societies, it's kind of rare, but I guess you could start looking here at what else is unlocked. So again, it's pretty cool. It's like a little mini game you can play. And I like to think like the way I started building my character was like, okay, what club do you use the most, right? Most holes you're using an iron, not all. Well, I mean, just about all, right? But certainly use your putter in every single hole. And then for me, the next thing is use your irons on every hole. Even the driver, you don't use necessarily every hole, and if you do, it's just once. So I get people are going to want to upgrade this and that sort of thing, but me, the strategy here is I really want to focus on my shorter clubs here, irons, wedges, and things like that. So I think I am going to go irons here. Yeah, we're going to unlock that one. So now that one's orange. And okay, so yeah, so now I can jump over to level 1. Cool. All right, so what do we got here? I don't really do a ton of shaping or shot shaping with my irons. I do more with my woods. See, I do like this one. I like how this activates with good performance. Like, I think this first column here is kind of like, you're playing bad, we feel bad. Here's a little bonus, right? But I'm looking here. Shot shaping, I'm not concerned with. Oh wow, and this one just keeps going. Oh, if you score par, but if you birdied a bunch of holes in a row, you could really get on a roll. That's pretty cool. And then we got woods. So it looks like you can skip over different badges once you get to that next level. I see, and this is not, okay, at the top where it says 4-8, that's not your level. Like, I'm a level 5, and then it says level 4, and I was confused. That's the number of skill points that you have to have had spent. So once I spend, now the next threshold will be 8, I guess. It'll unlock some more. So anyway, let me see what they have for woods. Normal shot receives a transition boost, but again, it's so rare when I don't even hit my 3 and 5 that much. Okay, and so again, shot shaping. So remember I said it doesn't feel as like exaggerated on my wood shot shaping. Here's probably why, right? They've dialed it back because you have to kind of like build it back up with your badges. But I don't know, I still like, I might just go really heavy with putting. Pitch shots receive a spin boost. I don't know, that putting, putt for dough, right? Try for show. Yeah, I'm going putting again. Let's do it. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, so that's how many more you need then, right? Because that 3 up at the top there changed from 4. So when I spend 3 more, this row will pop up, and then I spend 7 more, it's gonna pop up there. So yeah, so that's how that is. And then I mentioned the archetypes while we were playing. These are the 5 archetypes. Greensman, so again, someone who's really good at putting, but your recovery shots are worse. Powerhouse, as you'd expect. Carry distance, but swing difficulty is increased. I'm using rhythm, so the strength is it kind of makes your swings just consistently less difficult. But I sacrifice some carry. I'm fine with that. Shot shaping is the strength here with Sculptor. Give up some distance control. And then Woodsman's really good at recovery shots. Weakness is putting. So they all kind of have their pros and cons. I'm saving up for more irons, and I still don't think there's anything that looks literally like nothing like me. That is like, I'm so tan in this game. Like, I'm tan. I live in California. It's hard not to be tan here. Even when I always joke that I go to work or something, I work remotely, but when I go back to like the Midwest to work, it's like the first comment people say is like, you're so tan. And it's like, this is me trying not to be tan. Imagine if I was actually trying. But anyway, there's like no way for me not to be like, I'm either like pasty white or like super tan in this game. It's kind of funny. But let's go to the pro shop and see. I talked about how there's like featured and weekly and daily events. These have not changed since I installed the game on Friday. These have been the exact same. And one of the things I'm kind of interested in is this bundle kit. This is a tailor-made bundle kit. It's $2,700, so I'm definitely not there yet. But this is what it all includes. It's quite a. I thought it was just the irons, but it's an entire iron set. It's an entire set of wedges and a putter. So all tailor-made. And again, I don't know, like, oh yeah, and it includes woods, right? So, and I already have my driver, so it's got the stealth woods. Like this, I would think this is a pretty good deal if you were to price this out individually. I haven't checked. I feel like I'm at like Golf Mart or Golf World or something here. Like, ooh, this is a good price. How can I convince my wife that I need to buy this set here? So let's see. Oh, I'm just wondering. Yeah, so like let's just go to those woods. So 2,700. If you were to get the wood set here, it's 6, because I think that usually comes as like a set. Like, I don't think you just have to buy one. So you'd have 300. I don't know if they even have the stealth driver in the game, which is surprising. And obviously they will certainly add it. Like I got the this is the driver I like in real life. I think that's a Sim 1 though, but I like the Sim 2 driver. But let's see. So anyway, 600 for the woods. I'm not going to use the hybrids. That iron set, was it this one? I think it was this one. So that's 900. So you're already up to 1,500. And then you also get that wedge set, which I think is this one. So I just lost count. 1,500, right? So you're up to 22. And then you get a putter. I think it was that putter. 22. I mean, you're saving like, or no, I think it was this putter. Yeah, I guess you're saving like, I don't know, 200 currency or something like that by buying the set. But I don't know. I'd almost rather just kind of piecemeal it together, so that way I can get it sooner. Like, I really, really need to get new irons. Oh, I'm five points short. And one thing I still wish they would do, I wish they would, like, think how cool this would be. And this is something I've tweeted at the 2K team. And they haven't done it as far as I've seen. I wish they would set up a marketplace where like you could sell your equipment, right? Like imagine like, you know, you're just like you do, like you're selling your old clubs and you could either sell them back to the store, you know, the quote unquote fictional Golf Mart or whatever, or you could like sell them privately or something like that. I mean, of course there's going to be gimmicks where friends are buying clubs off each other for $2 million and stupid stuff like that. But coming up with a system where you could balance that, I think would be super fun and super cool, because like, what am I going to do with like my old driver? I don't want these things, like, and I don't think I can like go in and sell these even for like 50. You know, like if I wanted to sell, let's just go to our collection here. These are, so like this thing here, like I don't want this ugly gold driver. So like, can I do anything with it? Like I can just select it, right? Like I want to sell this. I don't want this stupid thing. I don't want this stupid driver. Like, I want to get rid of this crap. Yeah, the only thing I've bought so far are just some wedges. Yeah, these Titleist wedges. These are the ones I like in real life as well. So I'm assuming there's a lot of people like me who like you try to buy like the clubs you actually use, right? It's just kind of fun. And putter has never really had an impact. But again, it comes with the hockey stick if you want to do it. It's so ridiculous. This ugly gold putter, seriously hideous. So I'm still saving. I might just kind of buy my equipment piece by piece, even if it costs me more, because I don't even know if I want that putter, for instance. You know what I mean? Like, there's some of the stuff in there I don't really want, and since I can't sell it, like, what's the point? Also, as you guys all know, eventually you just start making enough money that it doesn't really make a huge difference. So, sorry, I'm just checking some other messages here. All right, well, what do you guys want to see? What's next? Go to Topgolf? See if we can actually earn like points in Topgolf. So again, there's no way to like really change anything here. I only need 5 currency. Can we earn 5 currency in Topgolf? I mean, it looks great. If you've ever been to a Topgolf, it looks very authentic. But like, I want to be able to add in the other ones, like the Salt Lake City Topgolf is super pretty. You got the mountains behind you and stuff, and it's really cool. Yeah, let's try to. Well, yeah, we're into the wind. Let's do a little 3-wood action here. That's gonna be right in the middle of it. Oh, it's not gonna roll. Go. Where's my Topgolf favorable roll? What kind of Topgolf is this? Still not gonna get there. Alright, let's try driver. We'll just take a little off. Well, I guess with the wind, we probably don't even need to take it off. Nice. So what is that? 20 what? What do I get? Just 20 points? Yeah, that's just the score. Hit the target for 3 times. I mean, don't we just have to just keep taking the same swing here? Come on, wind, help me out. This is also the most well-manicured Topgolf I've ever seen. They should have like 7,000 balls flying all over the place, too. That's a bizarre swing. Ah, way too slow. There we go. Now we've overcorrected. I think you get some points out in that, whatever that is out there. Hey, all right, you get 9. Sweet. Oof. Cruel. Jeez, my swing is so bad at Topgolf. Hey, we still won. Still tan. So do I get any currency for that? Let's see. Participation trophy. Still the winner. Yeah, so I didn't get any cash for that. Let's see if there's any, I mean, I know there are because I created one, but let's see if there's any societies to join yet. Like, there's obviously the official ones that I'm assuming they probably have up and running. So there's ours, right? Sim Sports Gaming. We haven't set anything up just yet. Let's see what else is out there. So, Legacy Leagues Golf. Is that literally the only one? I don't want to search. Let's see. R1 newest, I guess. Oh, here we go. I mean, these guys have the coolest logo, the dinosaur. The Apex Hounds Fantasy Society, that's cool. That logo is kind of fun. So 4 people, I mean, there's just a lot of, like the ones I have, where I'm going to be the only one in it right now. But if there's not one, I can show you guys kind of how they look. Oh, here's the official one. So PGA Tour 2K official, but is that really official? How is there only one person in that? Let's see what we got here. Might be the second person to join their PGA. But see, I don't like to play these because they have the settings a little too easy. They have an event scheduled. Just 2 rounds. They got a bunch of events scheduled. Alternate events. That's cool. Alright, yeah, so there's some happening there. TGC Tours is a really, really awesome society. I'm sure a lot of you have played in that before. Tons of fun. Hey, there's our Sim Sports Gaming. So let's turn it up. That's cool. Yeah, let's go. What happens if I try to join my own? Like, does it know who I am here? Yeah, so I can go in and adjust these different things. So, you know, so again, like I can update even some of these, like just to kind of show you what we're using, or even what I was using in the gameplay section. But if you're interested in kind of creating your own society too, these are pretty helpful. Oh, I forget now. We keep a lot of this stuff off, but I think this is set up pretty well. Course yardage, all this stuff, provisions off. Pin preference open. Aim marker is marker only. Wind speed, carry. I think that's pretty accurate now. So again, pretty similar to how I played it, and it's, I mean, I play MLB The Show that way too. I turn all the cursors off. I still use it, and it sounds crazy until you try it, and it's far less distracting. Like, you actually perform better. So it may look like it's just set up to be like really, really hard, but it's really not the case. Let's see. So yeah, we're private. We can enforce handicaps. We haven't really done that. You guys can help me make a cool logo. Let's see if they have any new logos in here. Creatures. I mean, we gotta go with the golf one. Let's see. I wish they had... Do they have a push cart? I'm part of the push cart mafia. So I can't have... I'm sorry, man. You guys gotta get out of those carts. I like following the golf Reddit. You know, literally just Reddit golf. And it's funny how like folks in Europe just make fun of American golfers because like they drive around in cars, they get wasted, they eat hot dogs all day. It's like, what the hell? Why does your golf take 4 hours? Like, well, that's one of the reasons. So I always kind of laugh at that. So yeah, I'm a bad golfer, but I'm a golf elitist. Damn it, I don't care. Get out of your golf carts, walk around. It's good for you. But darn it, they don't have a push cart. I wanted to make the push cart mafia group. That would be sweet. These are okay. I like that they have the women's logos now. That's cool. Could definitely do a cool like women's society. Let's see what else they got. Creatures. Probably gonna see the dinosaur. What is that? Is that a bear? What the hell is that? The jaws. That's so funny. Nature. Yeah, some of these are just... I mean, they're okay, but... Yeah, we'll have to come up with a cool logo, but... Probably not on the stream here. Just seeing if there's anything new. There's definitely some new ones. Darn it, I wanted a push cart. Come on, 2K. These are just letters, of course. Yeah, so... yeah, I'll get that all updated today or at some point here this week. Probably won't have the first tournament this week, but I'll see if anybody's requested to join. Nope, nobody yet because no one's on. But yeah, of course, I mean, you'll add members. You can see your statistics. You can compare your statistics to others. You'll see the schedule we get going. Eventually, I'll be adding events and so on. So it's super fun. It's the mode I play by far the most in this game. Oh, that's clever. I like that the cart's upside down. That's cool. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad people are putting their societies together. That's fun. Should we play another round? Does anybody have the game who's like on the stream? Like they want to like play together or anything? Let's see. Clubhouse Pass is still not working. My career. We could do a little my career. I guess we're gonna play around, right? Let's plus maybe I'll make some more. I think you actually earn more like cash and stuff doing this. Let's start in Q school. So just got to finish in the top 50 here in this one kind of all or nothing. We're just going to go one round. Sure, normal looks good. Okay, get a sponsorship, great. Let's see. I have a whole video this morning, by the way. If you want me to kind of slow down with my career, you might want to check out that video. I'm not going to do that again here, but TPC Boston, sure, we can play that. Let's see, settings. I don't think there's anything we really need to change here. There's a lot you can change, but I'm just going to kind of leave it as is. Yeah, this is fine. So let's just go and play a little Q school here. Yeah, I'm glad the game's out. Long time coming. I like these 2-year releases though. Like I wish Madden, they'll never do it because they make too much damn money, but games like Madden would benefit so much from a 2-year release cycle like this. Hey Clara, I believe the game comes out tonight at midnight Eastern time in the US. You know, that'd be 9 p.m. Pacific time in the US.
This is a nerve-wracking event, isn't it?
Absolutely, Luke. These players at the end of this event need to finish in the top 50 to secure their...
Sorry for wearing the same shirt, guys. I know it's probably a bad look. Every time I play golf, I wear the same shirt, but that's all I can afford right now. That's a pretty strong wind. You know, I actually wonder, I might just... This is a short hole. I'm going to just take advantage of this big fairway out here. Just hit the 5-wood.
That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week.
That'll work. We're out here to win this Q school.
Well, by my estimation, they're looking at 110 here.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Oof. So again, I'll clarify, I've said it a million times in the stream already, but I have visuals, most of the visuals are turned off. That's just the way I prefer to play. The mechanisms are still happening in the background, but I just like to have a lot of the visuals off. And this is the right stick swinging. There is 3-click this year. I tried it, not a huge fan of it, and it's not that it's bad, I just like the right stick. Yeah, pitching, chipping, as you can see there, it's different this year, not in a bad way, just gonna have to adjust.
This looks good. Starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Clara, yeah, I think Xbox One is the same date, I believe.
He's currently tied for 15th.
All right.
Par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe?
In par 5, I don't mind risking a little more off the tee.
Never disappointed with a par 5.
Time for the second shot here on the second hole.
I mean, come on. Gotta risk it, right? Oh, man. This will be a tight shot.
Well, this is bold. Their eyes are opening up.
Ooh, come on, wind. Help me out. Nice.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
This is from miles away.
Oof, that was not a good putt. Oh my gosh.
Well, this would be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. That's disappointing.
That will drive you bats.
Putting for a par now. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
The leader's only -2, but... Oops, as I dropped my controller. Our last round,
The tee is yours.
we were, what, a +11 or +12 or something?
Screen, a difficult par 3 to say the least.
Let's see, 5-iron. Let's see, will that get there? It should. Let's try it.
Opting for the 5-iron. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. Not a bad play, that one. What's in front of them, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line.
Hey, Ellis.
Forgot about the pace.
Oh, I don't mind this part.
Logan's asking, does the new game have skill points? Yes, it does. Yeah, Logan, we just went over that a little bit before this round. If you click back in the video, you'd see it. I'll go over it again here after we play this round. But yeah, it's similar but simplified, and I think in a good way. I think NBA 2K can get a little bit confusing to somebody who is like new to the My Player setup. I think if you're new to this game entirely, I don't think the My Player is like, you know, the first time I saw it, I was a little bit like, what is all this? But it didn't take too long to sort out. This is a tough play here. Definitely want to get out in this wide area. Just gonna try and take a little off with my driver. That'll work.
So they got all of that one. That's on a good line. Second shot here on the 4th. And this putt to move into the top 5.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. I will take that also into the top 5 now.
Ellis, this is on Pro, but yes, you're right. It's with custom settings. So I have a ton of like the visual aids turned off. So this isn't something like 2K did. It's just how I've enjoyed playing the game the last few years.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that bird.
So just like for instance here, like when I use the scout camera, which you can turn that off even, it's just a cursor, right? Like it doesn't show you distance. It doesn't give you like a big circle of like estimated landing. I've adjusted that myself, so it's simplified because of me, not the game. Same thing, the swing meter, like it's all there. It's the mechanism is happening, but it's not. It's just not on screen.
Oh, that's a sweet-looking swing, that one.
Yeah, it just helps me. It's just less visual distractions, things like that. But to each their own.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Game also has the new 3-click system, which is more intuitive than it sounds. It's a pretty strong headwind here.
Going with the 5-iron here.
All right, going
Oof,
with a
that
little
wind.
bit more club. Let's see.
Good distance, but
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
the wind definitely got that.
Second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it, if you can hold this. Just didn't drop. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
Yeah, Ellis. Yeah, actually, the TGC settings. I was just talking about that. That's my favorite society.
On the 6th.
I know a lot of people play it, and I haven't seen them post. I checked their website actually today to see if they posted their settings yet, but I haven't seen them. So yeah, pretty similar. I've just for my own society, the Sim Sports Gaming Golf Club Society, which accepting members, by the way. We just experimenting with a few things, but yeah, we definitely try to stay in line with what TGC Tours does. There's just a ton of fun in that society.
That was a bit of a wild swing.
Yeah, that wasn't a good swing.
Similar result too. The 6th hole, particularly the approach, Rich, at TPC Boston's a very strong one.
If they put the pin other than front left near the water, it's a good birdie opportunity. But once that pin sneaks over to the left-hand side, watch out. Bogeys and doubles come into the equation.
We're not going to watch out. We're going for it.
This one.
Ah, he was right. Oh, so close. I mean, can I not hit out of that at least?
Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for 4th
Spelled
place.
out, yeah, so it's Sim, it's 3 words, Sim, S-I-M, Sports with an S, Gaming, G-A-M-I-N-G. That's the society there. And we haven't set anything up yet. We haven't even created a logo. We just got it created so far. Oh, all right. Well, I feel like that's going to go way too far. Just take a little off here.
Going with the 8-iron here.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
And he's safely on the green with that shot.
Be nice to sink this.
Had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup.
Ah, struck that terrible.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee.
par 5, and only the long players can reach in 2.
Cool. Yeah, thanks, Alice. Glad you're going to join.
Make a decision. Do I go over the large bunker 100 yards away, or do I lay back of it? Either way, you must make a par 5 here, because birdies will be had by the big hitters.
Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Second shot here on the 7th.
I still can't believe they haven't made these games like VR, right? Like, think back to like the Nintendo Wii. I mean, that game had a really solid golf game. Like, it felt really realistic. We're not going to attempt this into the wind here. I'm just looking at the size of the green. Yeah, we'll be good. But like, it's weird. Like, I really want to play this like VR. Like, I want to be able to actually take either my golf clubs or just like, again, like I have to, you know, buy a PS5 golf club or whatever and actually swing these out. Would be really, really cool. And I know there's golf simulators and stuff, and even the original golf club, I have a simulator in my backyard that kind of can run with that, and you can play rounds of golf with it and stuff. But it's, you know, just not exactly the same. It'd be fun to play like in a society like that. What on earth happened to that shot? Oh, I forgot about the wind. Too much talking.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Yeah, that was just stupid. Yeah, not a bad shot.
On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. And he's down there. You got a ring.
Nope, it's there. Just kicked us out, right? So the second time we've seen that, and as we said, the bad news is it will kick you out like that. The good news is it does an excellent job of saving your progress. It seems like the game kind of like, even before your ball is struck by the club, it kind of just saves your progress. Like, obviously, you know, the game knows where your ball is going to land exactly before that club even strikes the ball once you kind of enter in your inputs. And this is just going through all the pre-order stuff again. If you want to see that in more detail, scroll back in the video. I talked about those. So let's see. Where were we? We were in my career. But they do a really good job of just kind of loading you back in, because that, and that's another reason why, like, even like in TGC tours or something like that, if you have a bad shot and you're like, oh crap, I hit it in the water, and you like pull the plug in your PS5, it doesn't matter. Like, it's going to save it, because as soon as your club strikes that ball, at least that's my understanding of how it would work, it's going to just save that progress, right? It literally knows precisely. It's just, you know, numbers running in the background, right? It knows exactly what you're doing and where you're going to be. They just delay the visual part to make it a fun video game. Now, in this case, it did not, right? We're kind of back a little bit, because I remember this shot. So it did not actually. So interesting. My theory, I just destroyed my own theory. Well, that's interesting. I hope they do fix that, because I love that about the last game. It's a pretty strong wind, and it's uphill.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
They're going with a bit more.
I'm glad I got to redo that shot, because I hit into the sand last time because I wasn't paying attention. Whew, that's a nice shot.
A wonderful shot here at the 7th, and sets up another birdie chance. Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here.
Ooh, and I think it just activated for the first time my my badge, the putting badge there. I think. So that second badge, I think it just activated.
Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
Par 3 and a diabolical green, to say the least. The left-hand side sits much higher than the right-hand side, and the green is usually very firm. A tough ask.
Opting for the 5-wood.
Come on, wind.
4 left.
Ooh, terrible bounce. That would have been okay if it stayed up on the fringe.
That got a little out of control, I think.
They'll definitely.
Is this where I was the last time we played this hole? 2 minutes ago. Ah. Well, that worked out.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here. This is what they have left for par.
That's a nice line.
Nope, struck it
Oh,
really
so
poorly.
close. Yep, well done. Now 5 strokes behind. Here we are at the final hole on the front 9.
9th hole, bunkers down the left will not come into play, and this green sits below the players on their second shot. We have seen birdies made here in the past, but they are really difficult to come by.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Going with the 4-iron here. This one needs to kick left.
Thought the wind would have taken that a lot more.
Good chance here.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Ooh, just lipped it.
No, that's too bad. 3 feet to go here to the hole. This one's looking good. And as we head over to the 10th hole, Rich, this player will enter their final 9 holes of Q School. How will they be feeling?
Well, right now they should be pleased. They're playing awfully well. They've put themselves in good position to get their Korn Ferry Tour card. But let's face it, 9 holes left. Pressure packed, to say the least.
Well, I like the look of the line here. They should find the fairway. Sitting at +1.
This one headed left.
Is that what they had in mind?
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. And we've arrived at a par 3.
Par 3 measures 231 yards from the back. A very difficult test indeed. A long green that is unforgiving as it slopes from back to front quite severely. Birdies are hard to run by, as pars can be as well.
Do you think they
Not a
drew
bad
that
shot,
in their
but
mind?
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Not far from the green here, just in the greenside rough. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Now 4 back after that hole. Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Par 4, 510 yards. It is a brute. Those bunkers down the right-hand side are a natural attraction for wayward golf balls. Second shot is down the slope. A big, deep, gaping bunker on the right-hand side will also find its fair share of golf balls. All in all, just a tough hole, to say the least.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
oh, nice bounce. Yeah, didn't quite get the roll. I thought it would roll more than that.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Was on a good
Ooh.
line. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we?
Tee shot up the hill to a blind landing area. Second shot is to a green that is surrounded by a cavern of bunkers.
Ooh.
If you miss all those and find the green in 2, then you'll have a decent look at a birdie 3.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Going with the 7.
Yikes.
Uh-oh, this one's out, heading towards the rough.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Not easy to find the green coming out of the rough.
A sigh of relief. Happy to be putting again. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Nice little putt to hole, that one. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
Fairway sweeps from right to left down the hill. Should you find the fairway, you'll have a decent look at finding the green in 2. But I gotta say, it is a difficult par 4, and you'd be happy to walk away with that score.
This one looks to be a tad wayward. This would be a great up and down. Beauty of a chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And there it is. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Teeing off here at the 15th hole.
Par 4, and a fun little par 4 at that, just 421 yards from the back. Fairly generous fairway, but a green that can provide some entertainment as there's some different swales in the green, and your golf ball can go a-wandering if you're not careful.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
That lie was just nasty. That's the best they could do from there.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Seven feet to the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Ooh, nice line. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
Watch out for this green. There's a large shelf on the right-hand side. If it's up there, good luck getting it close. And whatever you do, don't be silly and hit it left in the water. That's just a bad shot.
Going with the 7. A chance to go under par here if you can just keep the bogeys off the card.
Ooh, bummer.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
Outside chance of the birdie, but a 2-putt here is still good.
Just about 8 feet left to the hole.
What a nice line.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Let's see what happens here at the 17th.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot is down the slope. Lots of bunkers on this hole, but should you avoid them and find this sliver of a green, then birdie will be on your mind.
Hey, Avengers. How's the game? Is it worth 70? Yeah, for sure. For sure, the 70. We were talking earlier about it. It's really up to you if you'd want to pay extra to get it a few days early and get the gear. Like, I'm somebody who doesn't really care about the gear and stuff like that. It was nice to get maybe the extra in-game currency, but I think getting the game early for sure. But yeah, absolutely 70. I mean, this game comes out every couple of years has been the pattern. That may change with EA Sports releasing their golf game this year as well. But still, I mean, it certainly would get $70 worth of, oof, look at this. Definitely would get $70, you know, worth of enjoyment over 2 years for sure. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a horrendously bad shot. Oh wow, that's actually way better than I thought. It was only 28% power, like it was telling me I'd get on that shot.
This putt for par here. Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
Oh, take that. It's pretty realistic. I mean, again, like +2. Like, I'm not playing great. I'm not dominating the field here at the Q school. Yeah, I mean, I've had some holes where I've hit the ball pretty well, and again, it's new. We're all going to get a lot better at this game as it goes, but
Left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave
oh man, hit that tree.
second shot to a dangerous green.
Who maintains these courses? That's like the second or third course where I've hit a tree like that, and of course I could have seen it, but you'd think they'd trim up their trees around the tee a little bit better.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
And from about 105 yards.
Atta boy, good shot. This putt is for a score of 72. And with that,
Ooh,
this
take
player
it.
will finish the Q School final and gain a ticket to the Corn Ferry Tour next season. Congratulations to them. Rich and I will certainly be following their career with great interest.
Absolutely, Luke. They have locked down their Corn Ferry Tour card. Keep your eye on this player. They're going places.
Well, I'm sure that wasn't what this player had in mind for this event, but hopefully there's something better in their immediate future.
Yeah, that is putting it very gently there, Luke. Not very much happening at all in this player's game this week.
So one of the other changes here is you not only have one sponsor, but you can have three, and they can all be different. One for apparel, one for clubs, one for ball, as you can see. And you have to kind of keep that relationship strong based on your performance. So here, the golf club brand of clubs that kind of starts you off every tournament you, or every My Career you start off with, they'll start you off with that club. Kind of sponsorship there, and they are happy with my performance today. So you know, I do wish they would get rid of like those like fictional shadow pictures, because like, why don't they just take an in-screen shot of like, I mean, clearly the players exist, Like, I'm assuming it generates, like, you know, because if you could actually, you can play with ghosts and stuff like that. So, like, it's there. Like, why don't they just take, like, a screenshot of the player's face or something like that? Just little immersion things like that. But we finished tied for 28th, +1. And then we unlocked some more items. So a sponsorship reward. Is that the club I get, or is that 900? I guess that's the name of the club, right? Okay, so I unlocked some irons. Now here is one of the fittings, right? So we didn't really look at fittings because I'm waiting until I get. I don't want to fit like clubs I'm going to replace, right? So I have quite a few fittings now I've collected that you can apply. And someone earlier asked about like, well, how does that work then? Like, are all the clubs the same? And no, like each club again has their own strength and weaknesses. And here though, like the fitting you can apply. So like this fitting here, you would apply to your wedges, it says. And this one kind of specializes in like your lie range, I guess. So it's going to give you +6 to power, +6 to transition, which is, you know, going from your takeaway to your downswing. Your lie range, +7. But then there's also some, you know, dings you're going to take too. Shaping, timing, swing path, all take a penalty. So, and then we were able to earn some currency. So yeah, I can buy my irons. Question is though, do I just... we've secured a promotion, so they ended the season. We just did one round here. So I'm ecstatic with the result. Okay. And then, of course, this would then bump you up to the Corn Ferry Tour. There's really not much of a progression here because this is just like if you were starting off at this level, it's all exactly the same. The difference here is like this is an actual tournament schedule, right? So you're going to actually see, you know, there's whatever this is, 6 different tournaments here. But like, I don't know if it carried over like my stats from the previous one. Yeah, see, it doesn't look like it. So it's not really like a continuation. It may seem that way, but this is exactly like you leading into... now, again, maybe if you were to like actually have won that tournament, maybe you'd have this trophy unlocked, but I'm assuming that connects to your profile, kind of like the old NCAA 14 days and things like that. But yeah, like I don't think any of this stuff technically carries over. Points rank, but yeah, everyone's gonna be ranked the same. Yeah, so like same thing here. And I don't know, maybe it does, like if you kind of stay in this level season to season, maybe it will, because again, up here you can click on current season, and that's really cool. So yeah, I guess it would continue around there, but it's just not like it's not like I can go back to the history of the Q school and look at it at this point. It's been kind of wiped out from here, so not the end of the world. So let's jump into my player and see what we have here. We got some new stuff added to the locker, which I think was just that iron set. So we can go over to collection. So we've unlocked these irons here. And you know what? Maybe the person who was asking about whether these have apply to club. What am I applying? I mean, these are essentially this. Oh, they're just the different brands. One's 2K, one's the golf club. But it really doesn't... Let me see, because I thought that there were still, like, clubs had, like, pros and cons. Yeah, no, they still do, right? So this is my driver, but if I switch my driver... Hang on a second here. Let's go back to driver, because I have a few. Huh, so maybe they are all visual then. That's interesting. And then you just... That's kind of weird. I kind of liked it how it was before. But you can go in and, of course, adjust all of these different things. But then there's this whole fitting section, right? So that's what I just unlocked. We have one here for the wedge grip, an iron grip, and now a wedge shaft. But again, I'm kind of waiting. I could actually use the wedge one because I have purchased my wedges. But when you do this, you select it, and you can either quick fit something and say I could apply it to all three, and that's going to cost me 270 currency. Or you can go in and you can exchange it, and exchanging it, as it'll say here, it would like, it's random, but you would basically flip it out for an item of the same rarity. So again, you could do that, or you can do an upgrade which makes a lot of sense because, I mean, it's random still, but you get an upgrade for free. So give me some options there. I'm just kind of sitting on these right now until I collect the golf clubs that I want to get and things like that. But again, you can do the same thing with your golf balls. You can just select the ball appearance, or you can go into type, and this is where you'd like bring in the sleeves of the boxes of balls here. And you can see I've accumulated quite a few of these now just playing. Some of these came with the pre-order that 2K sent me. So there's like legendary, epic, rare, and I've unlocked some epic ones just by playing just regular old, local rounds of golf. So in 3, again, you will use 1 ball per round. So it's not like when you hit it out of bounds that you have to replace the ball. It's just once you start a round. But that also includes, like, there's been rounds I started where after the second hole I stopped because I'm like, I want to play a different course. That ball is gone, right? So it is literally, as soon as you start it up, it consumes one of the balls. And again, I'm just using kind of the default ball there. So let's see. But yeah, really considering getting clubs. I don't know if I want to just yet, because again, that deal, it's not a bad deal, but it also doesn't save you like a ton. And how much more do I need? 2,700. I'm not even halfway. Yeah, still need quite a bit, and I would love to get some new irons. But I guess the thing is, if they're only cosmetic, who the hell cares, I guess, right? So that's really weird. I didn't realize that it's just all cosmetic. It still doesn't seem right to me because it wasn't like that before. But yeah, as you like go through the different drivers, like now I'm kind of mad I even bought a driver. Like I just assumed it gave me a better quality. So if we do preview, let's see if it gives us any sort of a... Yeah, so I like really all of the... even the clubs are like just cosmetic. That's... to me, that's a kind of a step backwards. I love the stuff about, again, where you can like add the different fittings and things like that. I think that's super cool. But yeah, it's kind of surprising how that's kind of a regression in that sense there. But anyway, hey, there's lots more to look at. I am going to be taking a break here, but I do want to say subscribe to the channel because I'll be streaming again later today. And I know the game's coming out for a lot of you are still deciding. That's, I think, totally valid. There's lots of gaming options, especially in the fall here with the holiday seasons coming up. So let's keep talking about this. I stream all sport games, almost exclusively, right? Whether they're older games, newer games, advanced copies, things like this. And we even do some giveaways here on the channel too. So definitely subscribe. Thank you for the support, by the way, for those who have done that. And this video has been helpful. Give it a like there. That's really cool. I'm on Twitter at MikeLowe47. Again, we are really doing a lot of deep dive stuff into sports gaming, especially really looking for ways to make it as realistic as possible. That's kind of an area that I really hold dear to my heart there, whether it's tech simulator games, PS5 games, PC games, things like that. So we are doing kind of all things like that, and some other stuff too. I mean, definitely have been around the gaming community for a long time here. So but yeah, thanks for checking out this video. I super appreciate it, and I'll be back later on today, and then we'll keep playing some PGA Tour 2K21. Thanks, everyone.